Hey everybody! Welcome to another spoiler alert advice episode. This is our third episode yet. We're really excited and thank you for everyone for sending in their emails.
Yes, we're really happy that we can help you guys a bit.
Yep. As usual, people send us in emails and we do our best to solve their questions. So today, let's just jump right in. This first question comes from Marcus. Marcus is a returning question asker if you want to see him in our other videos. But Marcus writes, hey, spoiler alert, I think my roommate and I found the perfect roommate. They are organized, can move in immediately, and actually think I'm funny. The only problem is that she's a girl. Or is that a problem? I don't know. I guess this question is more for Tori. What's it like living with a girl? Will people think I'm weird or something? I hope I'm not being sexist. I've just never lived with a girl around my age before since I lived with my sister. Please help.
While I would love to be the expert on these type of things, and I will give you some advice, Justin actually has my baby here.
I do, because I was in a very similar situation to you last year, where my roommate was actually a girl as well. It was me, my friend who was a male, and my other friend who was a female. We moved in together, and I've got to say, it's pretty much like living with any other human being. We kept to ourselves in regards to bathroom products and things like that, but besides that, it was just smooth sailing.
It would definitely depend on the girl.
Oh, that's true.
In general, I would say we probably are a bit less forward, whereas I know a lot of my friends are guys and have roommates who are guys, and they are very upfront with their feelings. If they're upset, like, dude, you didn't take out the trash yesterday, they're gonna say, dude, you didn't take out the trash yesterday, they're gonna work it out. Whereas girls might be more likely to just silently see that you need to take out the trash, and when they're mad at you a week later, you're really confused. It's good of that. Sorry. But as long as you keep the communication open, that shouldn't be a problem.
Exactly.
And besides that, we're pretty normal, I promise. If we don't have pillow fights at midnight or want to talk about our feelings all the times, and we'll have plenty of girlfriends who we're going to talk about boys with. There's no need for us to go to you.
Of course.
Like, don't even sweat that.
Oh my gosh. I just realized something. So, sorry to cut you off.
I was done.
Okay. It's my roommate's birthday, or she's my former roommate now, she moved out last year. But It's her birthday today. The day that we're recording this is her birthday.
Happy birthday, Victoria!
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I should send her this video so that we recorded this on this day. So, just to let you know, even after we stopped becoming roommates, we became good friends after this. We still talk from time to time, and she's great.
Alright.
She's an awesome roommate.
So Victoria's birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Victoria.
Happy birthday, Victoria.
And girls are human beings that you can live with successfully.
I think that's a great takeaway from the advice.
Yep.
Awesome. On to the next question.
Alright, question number 2 comes from Libby. What's up, team? Spoiler alert. My name's Libby, and I was wondering if you knew any cool recipes for new college students. I just started my first quarter of college, and I finally get to cook for myself. Only problem is that I don't know exactly what to cook. Saw your banana bread video, so I thought you'd know a thing or two. Answer this as soon as you can. I'm starving. Well, Libby, I'm sorry it's taken us a few days to answer this. I really hope that you're still alive.
And I'm sorry that we're eating in front of you while you're saying you're so hungry.
But we did this for you. If you want to watch our next video, it's going to be another baking one.
Yes.
So that'll keep you going. In the meantime, we collected some staple foods from Justin's pantry that we think all college students should have. He does not have the biggest selection. We should have done this at my house. So one thing is granola bars. These are wonderful. You want midnight snacks, lunch snacks.
You can bring them wherever you want to go for a snack on the go.
Exactly. So these are perfect. Always want these. Another thing that you always want, flour.
Flour.
I know it's always just good to have flour, sugar, butter, and eggs.
Definitely.
All the time. Those are like 4 staple things that you need when you're baking anything.
Right.
So you'll always want to have those in your pantry.
Next up on our list, tortillas.
Tortillas.
They are basically wraps that you can wrap anything around.
You can wrap anything in these. I have made these into little pizzas before.
Oh, definitely.
I could just put pizza sauce and cheese. You can put cheese and make a quesadilla.
Yep.
You can put beans, make a burrito.
Yep.
You can do anything with these. For real.
Literally anything. Desserts, lunch, dinners, breakfast, they go for anything.
If you want to, you can actually make these into chips. You just fill a pan with oil on the stove and cut these into chips like squares, and you put the tortilla in the oil, take them out in it's like 30 seconds.
Yeah, really quickly.
30 seconds. They'll look like a chip by that time, and you've got chips.
Yeah, delicious, delicious chips.
By meal, for breakfast, we kind of said Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, Pop-Tarts.
Yogurt. Cereal.
Cereal is great.
Oh, and
Always
toast.
fast. Ooh, toast.
4
breads.
things that are super easy, super quick, and you can have them in your pantry and just forget about them.
Definitely.
Lunches. If you're on campus all day, like I know I'm on campus and I don't live here, so I have to bring my lunches.
Yep, pack lunches.
It's always good to have sandwiches because you can mix it up a lot. So like, you know, ham or PB&J or turkey or whatever. And then I bring an apple because I'm attempting to be healthy. And also I just love apples. Carrots and a granola bar. For lunch, if you want to mix it up, I mentioned those little mini pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked making those because it was super easy. I just put pizza sauce, cheese, you could put pepperoni, put it on the stove for about 2 minutes, put another one on top of it, and then it was a pizza. And those are really good things that you can make ahead of time and just throw in your lunch the next day. And then leftovers.
Ooh, leftovers.
is the best. So we're getting to dinners now. So for dinners, easiest things, pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Super good.
Another meat that's really good, ground beef, because it can be frozen and stored for quite a bit of time.
Ground beef is the best.
Yep, you can make burgers, meatballs. Pretty much any sort of meat that you would want to eat with something else, you can make it with ground beef.
Another good thing I would recommend is freezing all your meat, just in general, because I know sometimes you buy it and then you're like, I'm going to make meatballs tomorrow, and then you just never get around to it and your meat goes bad. Instead, just put it in the fridge. If you don't remember to thaw it, run it under cold water for a few minutes, and that will actually thaw it.
Whoa, did not know that.
Yeah, cold water. No, not cold water. Run it under warm water for a few minutes. No, it's cold water.
Okay.
Fuck.
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
Run it under cold water for a few minutes. No, it's cold water. Run under cold water for a few minutes, and that'll thaw it. Anything.
I'll look this up later. There'll be an annotation to the real instructions.
It's cold water. And that'll thaw it, but it's, if you remember beforehand, then you just throw it into the fridge the night before. Never thaw things on the counter overnight.
Right.
Bad. And there you go. You can make whatever you want. And if you have those staples that we told you, the 4 main ones, and probably some meat, then you'll be good.
Yep. Awesome. So hope this helped, Libby.
Yeah. Hope you can, eat.
Yes.
Please eat.
Please.
Introduce some fruits and vegetables into your diet.
Okay. This one comes from Carlos. Carlos says, Team Spoiler Alert. Hope you get this. First off, big fan. Think I saw all your episodes in one day. Oh, thanks, Carlos. Now here's the problem. Last week, I was at my friend's birthday party, and I tripped and hit him square in the face with the cake. Nice one, Carlos. Our other friends thought it was hilarious, and so did I at the time. The next day at school, he pulled me aside and told me what I did wasn't cool. When I tried to say it was an accident, he thought I was lying. He says everyone thinks I did it to get laughs. What do I do? My friend thinks I'm a jerk now. How do I make him trust me again? From Carlos.
Funny anecdote. We actually stuffed Justin's face into a cake at his last birthday party, too. That was very fun.
Fun. And as a person whose cake, or face was caked, I gotta say the best way to forgive people is to cake them back. So, that just feels
Give your friend a cake, say, come at me, bro.
Exactly. And I'm sure he'll appreciate the gesture. It'll show you vulnerable and willing to be trusted again. It'll also make him feel better. Like, just desserts.
He was probably just embarrassed. It was his special day. All the attention was supposed to be at him, and then he got some bad attention. People were laughing at him.
Right.
And he was probably just embarrassed, which, is understandable. So, just showing, reiterating that you did not do it on purpose, and it really was an accident. Mm-hmm. And then letting him maybe cake you.
Right. If your birthday is coming up, this might just work out really well. Just give him the opportunity, and he'll do it.
Or just buy him a cake and let him figure out what to do. That'd be better.
He eats the cake.
Here's the cupcake. If he wants the cupcake, he can eat it. If not, he'll smash it in your face.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And this is how friendships are built. Mutual caking.
Really, if he'll get over it. Either way, I promise.
Will.
He'll get over it. He's probably just embarrassed.
Yeah.
Let him stew for a little bit. Be extra nice to him for like a week, I think.
Maybe get him a cupcake every day.
Yeah. Until he figures out. Until he cakes you with it.
Until he's so tired of the cupcakes that he just throws it at you one day.
And then you'll be like, finally, we're even now. You have to be nice to me again.
And he's still fed up with all the cupcakes.
Yeah. But yeah, he'll get over it.
He definitely
I'm sure
will.
your friendship will survive.
I know. Just give it time.
Our next question comes from Jane. Do you know any ways to get to know someone before you meet them? I don't want to be all awkward or have nothing to say when we first talk. I'm not exactly looking for Facebook stalking tips or anything, but if you have any, I'd really like to know. Actually, I'm really good at Facebook stalking.
She actually is.
All my friends. I did it to my boyfriend when I first met him.
She's done it to her professors too.
Yeah.
You're really good at
I'm
this.
friends with my professor on Facebook. I dogged him until he friended me back.
So Tori could be like
6 months.
Tori could be like a private detective when it comes to these
I
sort of
should be.
things.
I stalked my boyfriend's profiles back to back to the beginning, all through high school.
Back from the beginning of Earth.
Yeah. No, I got to the end of it. Actually, it was really good. My roommates, all of them I've stalked.
Right.
Family and Susie.
Wait, Tori, have you stalked me before?
On your Facebook?
Yeah.
I don't actually think I have. I know you too well.
Yeah, that's true. We know each other too well. But it would just be fun to like, oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah,
I knew
it's
that.
like memories.
Why investigate someone that you already know so well? Well, it's like why read a book that you've already seen the movie.
I'd
for?
probably gone back a little bit when I first met you.
Oh, probably.
But yeah, so I'm really good. I fully support Facebook stalking.
Yes.
I think it shows you a lot about the person.
Yeah. So what's the process behind Facebook stalking? How do you do it for one?
You go into their profile
Mm-hmm.
and you start scrolling. It's really not that hard. But I think it won't let you get to know them, but it would probably tell you if they're a womanizer or if they're a drinker or if they seem like a really nice person.
Yeah, you can get a better idea of who they are based off the pictures and stuff like that.
So just little things, starting a conversation like, hey, how you doing? How's your week going? It's so easy to get to know people because no one's in that really stupid offhandish thing where they're pushing people away. Everyone's just really happy to meet people, especially your freshman year.
Especially that year.
So if you actually just turn to them and say, hey, how you doing? You'll start a conversation.
Exactly.
I promise.
Yep.
I don't know if it'll lead to anything, but if you like them and you want to keep talking, the next day they're probably going to talk to you. And then it'll keep building. And then all of a sudden you're like, whoa,
when did
met
this
my
happen?
husband. Thanks, spoiler alert.
If you do get married, let us know.
Yeah.
And if you do end up Facebook stalking, make sure not to accidentally like any of their pictures from way back, from their 3 years before you met them.
Yes. I actually have a question about that. Because you can unlike things.
Yes, you can.
Do they still get a notification that you liked it?
They'll get a notification, but when they click it, it'll go to an error page. So you can that's a way for figuring out if someone liked your thing.
Okay.
So make sure if you do Facebook stalk them, be careful not to like anything unintentionally.
It's easier than it sounds.
It is totally
It really
easier than it
is
sounds.
easy. But yeah, I fully support Facebook. Do we have any good conversation starters that we've learned?
I'm trying to think. How did we meet?
We met at orientation during an icebreaker.
Right.
It was one of the things where you're supposed to look down. If you looked up and if you made eye contact with someone, you had to go off to the side and talk to them.
Exactly. And then I was forced to talk with Tori.
Yeah. We made eye contact on the first one. And then realized that we were from the same city and went to the same high school.
And had a bunch of things in common. And then eventually became radio hosts together.
Random.
Yay.
But in general, for college, what's your major? Best one. Where are you from?
Yep. Your year, you're not sure what year they're.
Where are you living on campus is a good one, because if they live near you, that's great.
Yeah.
And if they live near you and they're in a class that's kind of hard, it might be good to suggest a study group with them.
Exactly. That's always great.
Then
Plus, you actually might get some studying out of it.
Exactly. You can get to know them and study.
Yep.
Perfect. Start with a little conversation, and eventually, hey, you want to go get lunch after this? Hey, you want to go to my room?
Do you want to go to my room for lunch?
You want to go to my room for not lunch?
No, I wanted lunch.
Whatever you want. I'm sure if you like them, they're super nice people and will like you back completely.
Exactly. So let us know how that turns out. We're looking forward to helping you meet your future husband.
Or wife.